Okay, guys. So I want to actually give you guys a workaround. Now, I know some of you guys want to use a rig um, and texture it and all that. So I'm going to show you how to UV a rigged character. Now, in the overall workflow of things, um, you always want to UV your character before you rig it. Just in the same way you would model a character before you go on to UV it because you got to build it. The way Maya handles things, you have to actually UV the character before you rig it. Now, that's not to say there isn't some workaround, and I'm going to show you this workaround just in case, for whatever reason, you need to re-UV a character in the future that's already been rigged or what something happens. This basically will keep you from having to unbind the skin and then UV it, delete history, and then rebind it and repaint weights and all that stuff. That's all that pain in the butt. So this is not an ideal workaround because really what would happen if you let me just tell you what would happen if you actually UV'd a character rig um, after if you UV a character rig after it's been rigged. You would do all your texturing and everything, and it would look great just standing in a regular T pose like this is. But once you start to move it, the texture is not going to stay with the character. Just the way that history is built up on that character, by doing that, it's not going to work. So what we need to do is to basically have an intermediary that is what we're going to be using to hold the UVs, and then what we can do is transfer the UVs to the rigged character. Okay, so let's say, for example, this is our rigged character, and this is the UV'd copy. So what you would do is you would take your rigged character, take the mesh, duplicate it, and you would UV that duplicate. Okay, which is what I've done. I have a duplicate here. I went ahead and UV'd it. I went through UV automatic, and so it's UV'd. It's messy, very seamy, but it is UV'd. So what we would do is we're going to take our source, take our destination. And actually, before I do this, I want to go under edit, delete by type, history, just in case, make sure we got that. I'm going to go and grab this, grab the source destination, and I'm going to go ahead and go under, it's going to be under transfer attributes, which is right here under mesh. And this is under the modeling panel. And so we're going to do transfer attributes. And I have it set to component. So let's go ahead and do basically everything else is set to normal. And under sample space, it's set to component. I'm going to click on transfer. Okay. So what's going to happen is you see that he still has his UVs. This character now has the UVs of the original character, same exact UVs. Now, what you would do is now they have this duplicate. You can't delete the duplicate, by the way. If you delete it, he loses his UVs. Okay, so don't delete it. So what you'll do is you'll then take that duplicate, put it on its own display layer, and you will hide it. Okay, so now you can work with this guy, do whatever you want. You're good to go. Okay, it can get a little weird and a little trickier than that, but in general, that's honestly the easiest way to go about it and do it. So yeah, so now you can go ahead and use whatever models or rigs or whatever you want to, and feel free to pose them. So there you go. But again, in the larger scheme of things, this is not a normal workflow. In normal pipeline settings or normal pipelines, you will UV the character before you rig it always. So that, again, this is just a band-aid. All right, that's all I got for you.